Good afternoon, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I am Kate, mother of the beautiful bride and mother-in-law of the very handsome groom. Now, I have to say, mother-in-laws have a lot of hassle, a lot of bad depictions in popular culture. Battle axes are should be seen, rarely, and never heard. Now, the irony is the anagram of mother-in-law is woman Hitler. As somebody once asked, what's the difference between a mother-in-law and a catfish? One is a scaly, bottom-dwelling creature, and the other is a fish. Tim, I promise I'll be more like a fish. Like Brian. Remember Brian? Unassuming, reliable, and a constant feature in your life until I decide to croak it unexpectedly. I promise not to ever get into debates about controversial subjects. We all know what those are. Plenty of them. And I promise I won't be a gas bag. Like the mother-in-law who bought a talking parrot from the local parrot shop, but returned it after a week. "This parrot hasn't spoken a single word," she said. "I haven't had a bloody chance," said the parrot. Now Hannah, our firstborn, the eldest, the original, the prototype, if you will. She came into this world 30 years, 9 months, 23 days and, about 22 hours ago actually, not that I'm counting. She weighed 8 pounds, 12 ounces, not much less than she does today actually. From the very beginning, she was as bright as a button, a quick learner, and very sassy. You know, they say you know a lot about a person from their first words. Some babies say, "Mamba." Some say, "Dada." My sweet little angel, her first word was, "Panty liner." While other mums were beaming with pride over, "Ball, doggy," I was being publicly shamed in the feminine hygiene aisle of Safeways in Sutton, now Morrison's, by the way, by Morrison's, by a tiny child gleefully pointing and yelling, "Panty liner," like it was the name of a cartoon character. Tim, this is the kind of woman you've married. One who's been confidently calling things as she sees them since before she could walk. And I am very proud of her. Growing up with 3 younger siblings, Hannah ran our house, particularly in the summer holidays, like a small nation state. She wasn't just a big sister, she was HR, head of security, timekeeper and union rep. And like all effective leaders, she was totally convinced she was right, even when she wasn't, which in her mind was never. But her loyalty is unmatched. Once Hannah loves you, that's it, you're in. No escape. She'll fight your battles, plan your holidays, label your Tupperware, remember your birthdays and your anniversaries, and even your medical appointments she'll send you by text. You all know that Hannah and Tim have been together for over a decade. But it seems like only yesterday they were first introduced to a fresh-faced Tim Stamper. He bore a striking resemblance to an 18-year-old Prince William. If said royalty had an unshakable love for skinny jeans, very baggy tops, and the kind of confidence only found in someone who proudly sources their clothes from charity shops. Something he has in common with his father-in-law, actually. Tim, I'll be damned if you get that bad, though. Blimey. We got a few stories to tell about Steve. As we got to know Tim, it became clear he wasn't just a fantastic guy, clever, kind, loyal, funny, patient and loving. He was Hannah's Prince Charming. For everyone who knows them, Hannah and Tim are a perfect match, a perfect pairing, like Fiona and Shrek, Barbie and Ken, Monica and Chandler, Bonnie and Clyde, although perhaps not the couple you want to model your marriage on, the latter, actually. We were absolutely delighted when Hannah and Tim announced their engagement in August 2023. Not going to lie, we were taken by surprise at the news. Wondering if they would ever get married became less of a question and more of a family in-joke. Charlotte, Hannah's youngest sister, summed up the engagement response perfectly with the words, "Effing finally." But here we are, 2 years on, celebrating the new Mr. and Mrs. Stamper in a beautiful surroundings with wonderful family and friends. We're so proud to officially welcome you, Tim, into our family. No more than Ben, actually, who's been dying for a brother, and now you can call him your brother, can't you? Now, so much organisation and planning has gone into making this day so very special, as you can see. And you can imagine no stone has been left unturned, especially when it came to one particular threat: rain. And so, in what can only be described as a move of unhinged bridal brilliance, Hannah took it upon herself to bury sausages in the garden at home and around the perimeter of the wedding venue in a bid to ward off the bad weather. Apparently, it's a genuine suggestion and superstition. I googled it, no idea where it comes from, but judging by the excited foxes, hedgehogs and one very smug squirrel we saw earlier, local wildlife are now writing Hannah thank you cards. But did it work? Well, look around. It's raining a little bit, but who cares? The only thing that matters is the love between these two, and the fact that somewhere out there is a badger having the best day of his life. But in truth, it's been a joy to watch Hannah and Tim grow together over the years. They built a relationship rooted in friendship, respect, love, affection, and a shared ability to plan a holiday with military precision. Honestly, watching Hannah and Tim together is like watching two puzzle pieces click into place. She brings the energy, the organisation, the passion, and Tim brings the calm, the warmth, and the uncanny ability to look unfazed in any situation. They just work, and it's a joy to witness. Marriage, as we all know, isn't easy, and it's about patience, compromise, laughter, and knowing when to nod and say, "Yes, darling," even if you've no idea what you've just agreed to. But if anyone's got what it takes, it's these two. So let's raise a glass to Hannah and Tim, at long last, husband and wife. May your days be full of laughter, your nights full of peace, and may all your future sausages stay above ground, preferably on a barbecue. To the happy couple.